Same-sex marriage, yes. Right to same-sex parenthood, no. Same-sex marriage is a choice, but newborns have no choice in who their parents will be. For the same reason that no one has a right to drive a car, same-sex parenthood should not be a right. Namely, if innocents are being harmed, a right should not be in the way of correcting the problem. Like driving a car, same-sex parenthood can continue without having a right to it, as in this bill. It can be complicated. For example, one reason for believing that two men adopting a baby boy is harmless may be repression of the idea that there is a connection between the mother-infant-son relationship and conventional adult male sexual desire. The subject of the following page. I would amend this bill to state this bill conveys no right whatsoever to same-sex parenthood. In 1859, 3-year-old Sigmund Freud was told that his wet nurse, who breastfed him, was stealing from his family, so he would never see her again. Now in 2017, Freudian sex still dominates as a matter of physical pleasure in the lips, anus, and genitalia, called erogenous zones, to which one can become fixated. However, a 1998 experiment showed that male goats and male sheep ignore females of their own species and only try to mate with females of the cross species, male goat with female sheep and vice versa, after being fostered and nurtured or suckled in infancy by a cross-species mother, reportedly because of the emotional bond between said foster mothers and said foster baby males. So presently, with goats and sheep, sex is about an emotional bond at infancy, but for humans, sex is still about erogenous zones. Conversely, I hypothesize that the same family-binding human female comfort zones, voice, mannerisms, and presence that are comforting to all family members at all ages are also the essential sources of conventional heterosexual adult male sexual desire. For example, adults see the estrogen softened area made up of upper arms, upper back, upper chest, neck, and cheeks of women as elegant, often delicate, attractive, and feminine, and this is a comfort zone where babies rested their heads and hands while being cuddled and patted when frightened or sad. A mother with smiling eyes opens her own mouth when hand-feeding a baby so the baby will imitate her. We adults like voluptuous lips, lovely hula hands, and smiling eyes. Someone pretty looks comforting. Before civilization, when the mother was too busy to pick up an infant, the infant could self-comfort at a comforting center, where the mother's soft, compliant, pillow-like, bouncy belly, upper legs, and buns met at her loincloth. See Google images of Venus figurines from caves. Adults enjoy belly dancing, burlesque, striptease, and lap dances. How can I explain the paradox that mothering or babying an adult is 100% turnoff and unthinkable with my above observations that what is sexy to an adult was comforting to an infant? My answer is that our natural being still with us from before civilization has neither the language-dependent ego nor the complex language ability to be verbally shame-weaned, for example by saying don't be a baby. And our civilized being does not prohibit our natural being from enjoying look but don't touch comfort zone teasing, as long as there is no mothering or babying. However, in the wild, the price of survival are hormones producing endless stressful anxiety, so we would always be on guard until we gathered in the evening at a protective shelter with comforts and some sort of intoxicant. For humans and other primates, infant comfort is essential to mental, physical, and emotional development, and lack of it can be developmentally devastating, as shown in the famous human orphanage studies and Harry Harlow with monkeys. Another fundamental connection between comfort and sex is the parasympathetic nervous system, which is active when one feels especially comfortable, and the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for sexual arousal in both sexes. Meredith Shivers studies the straight, heterosexual female sexual response. It's also consistent with the fact that both infant girls and boys received adult female comforting or had mothers. Without having to face a right to parenthood, adoption agencies may be able to come up with creative ways to require the missing sex for an infant, such as a wet nurse or just a cuddling friend of the family, and say a godfather for a two-mother family.